Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Izam. This video is the 5th in the series of digital still life watercolor painting using Tayasui Sketches Pro. I am using the iPad Pro. You can be using any kinds of iPad to follow me. Last video I did this artwork, which is the kiwi fruit. I hope you can follow through. Today's video will be a little bit more difficult. It will be on the strawberry. Just a quick note from me. Do not take watercolor painting too seriously. I mean, if you're just beginning, just enjoy the process of learning and doing. With that said, let's go into the video. Again, let's start using the paintbrush, the watercolor brush, and I'm using the second one. I hope you remember. So press and hold to get to the size management and the opacity. Set to the fullest opacity, and the brush size I'm going to set it to about 120. And then just check your layers. Okay, I've got layers. Now I'm going to check on the color. I am going to use this particular red, which is already in the presets, and in case you want to know, and yours is different from mine, here is the color. And let's begin. What we're going to do is just paint in a circle like that, and then right at the end here, just a little short bump like that. Okay, and at the top, just slightly a slight bump on the top, and there, just like that at the top. And this side, just have it like that, about somewhat flat. And that's about it. Okay, so let it dry and we're done. So where is the light source coming from? The light source is coming from here and pointing towards, it's directed to this way. So the shadow will be around here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to have another layer. Click another layer. We're going to paint a darker shade of red. So press and hold, and then drag it down like that, and then add. In case you want to know what color this is, I'm going to press and hold, open the options, and then you can see these are the values of the darker red hue. And I'm going to zoom in. What I'm going to do is lower the brush size to about 55, and then I'm just going to paint in like that, starting from here. Just slowly brush it in, slowly brush it in over here and at the bottom here. Now we are going to use the water brush just to even the paint out. Use the water brush, this one, okay, and then I'm going to zoom in to let you see, just flick. The water brush is a bit too big, so I'm going to make it small, okay, and push it out just like that. And we are done. Let it dry. Okay, the easy part is done. So what we're going to do next is the pits. There are seeds, okay, on the fruit itself, very tiny seeds, and the seeds are inside dimples, you know. So to do this dimple, let's have a smaller brush, the watercolor brush, the small one, the first in this list, and then let's see whether this size is okay. I think this size is fine. Let's try. What we're going to do is we are going to draw the pits starting from here. Okay, maybe let's set the opacity to about 80. Okay, like that. So you just draw like that, a crescent moon this. So what you do is 1, 2, 3 over here, and then alternating. 1, empty, 1, empty. So this one, where it is empty, over here, 1, empty, 1, empty, another one, empty, another one here. Alright? There's no fast rule, hard or fast rule, just draw, just paint. Okay? It could be anywhere. Okay, we're done. But first, use the water brush. Set the size to small, about 13, and then just push the color out. Maybe even smaller. Okay. When you push it out, make sure you make a C-shaped stroke, okay? So that you see that it curves in, as in it is a circular shape like that, because it is basically a dimple on the surface. So there, I hope you can see it. Alright, that is done, and let it dry. Now don't worry if it is not looking so good yet. So this is the dimple layer. So the next thing that we are going to do is have another layer. We're going to draw the shine. So we have to make changes to the color. So we're going to use the white color. Remember to change the brush, and then same thing, just leave the settings, okay, as per what you had just now. And now remember this, the light source is coming from here and going this way. So what we're going to see is the reflections on the fruit itself over here. Alright, just like that, on top. Maybe set the opacity too much, a bit lower, like that. Maybe the brush size a bit lower as well. Okay, so as you can see, this is a dimple. That means it's basically a crater. So the crater, when the light shines over here, okay, from the top down, it will touch the crater here. Okay, so have the reflection over here, like that. Okay, like that. Alright. And the top as well is done. And maybe a little bit over here, like that. And we are done. But hold on, let's do the water brush. Set the size to the smallest, and then just drag out the top, not the bottom, okay? Just experiment on this. Let's try. For the bottom, push it out at the top. We need to see a refined, a clear line here. All right, where the paint will dry on paper to create that line. Alright, and dry. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to draw the seeds. The seeds are a bit yellowish in color, yellowish white. So let's have another layer for the seeds. Let's choose, maybe, let's see, what do we have here? Maybe here, this color. This color might be right. And this color is here, if you want to know. Change the brush tool, okay, the brush size to this. And this time, set the opacity to the highest. Set the brush size to about 11. And now, let's begin to paint. Like that. Okay, inside that dimple. Because the strawberry is tilting this way, our seeds need to tilt in the same direction. The seeds are like that. It is not circular, it's somewhat an oval shape. Okay? Like that. Okay, just tap. When it comes to this portion, just lightly tap, because you can hardly see it because of the lighting. Alright, and we are done. That's it. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we are going to draw the green parts, the leaves that are attached to the fruit. So if your brushes are missing here, just drag it out like that. Okay, so now, did I make a new layer? Okay, yes I did. So this is the new layer, and same brush size set to the highest. Now remember this is the first brush on the list. Change the brush color to, let's see, I'll choose this color. Alright, so we're gonna paint it this way. Alright, that, just like that, and just flick like that. The ends, try to make it sharp if you can. Just flick like that and dry. And now change color to a lighter one, and this time set the opacity to about 70. I'm gonna add some gradient like that, because the light source is over here. So when it strikes the leaves, this portion, the top portion of the leaves, will appear brighter. And remember the brush, the water brush, just push it out. Okay, not too much, and then just dry it. And then choose a darker green. Change the brush tool and change the size to 14, and then color in the bottom part like that. One here, another one here, another one here, here, and here. And use the brush. Oops. Now, when you choose a different tool, it will automatically dry for you, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to undo, press with 2 fingers and tap. I am going to choose the water brush, and then I'm going to just flick it, push the color out, okay, like that, and dry. You see how beautiful it is? It looks really like water drying up on paper. And then we're going to draw the stalk. So for the stalk, let's use this color. For the meantime, change the brush, the first one, and let's begin drawing a short curve like that. Okay, that. One more like that, and let it dry. And then choose this darker brown. Okay, these are the values. And then I'm going to color in the bottom like that. Remember where the light source is coming from. Alright, don't forget that. Now before you dry, use the water brush. Just drag like that and dry. Okay, so this is done. Now take a look at the seeds. I'm not too happy about the seeds. Alright, let's add some definition to the seeds. So go to that seeds layer. Where is it? Okay, this is your seeds layer. Tap on it. Let's add some definition. Let's add some shadows. Use this first brush. And then with this color selected, maybe, yes, this color. Let's take a look. This is the color, okay? I'm gonna choose that. Set the opacity to this much. About 59. Set the brush size to about 10. Now for each individual seeds, just color in at the bottom like that. Okay. I hope you can see it. This guy is not too, you don't have to bother about them too much. Let's try the water brush. It is set to the lowest, and let's see what would happen. Just flick. Don't flick at the top, just flick at the bottom. And we're done. Let it dry. Alright. So now we have a little bit of definition on the seeds. So far, so good. Alright. So now let's have a bit of fun. Let's have another layer. We're gonna paint some chocolate. As if the strawberry has been dipped in chocolate. This time, let's try using the first brush. So set the size to the highest. Remember, this is the first brush. So from big area here, small, very thin, and make it a big drop here. I hope you can see. And dry it. But we need a darker shade of brown. So I think I have this already. Maybe that's darker shade of red. So press and hold and push it down. This is the color that I want. This is the value, in case you want to know. And then Alright, so that is done. I hope you liked this video, and remember, you don't have to be perfect to do this. You just enjoy the process of painting. I hope you like my video, and if you do give it a thumbs up, and do consider to subscribe to my channel because I will be putting up more videos like this in the future. Okay, so until then, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.